is Angela, and I'm with the Phoenix Drum and Dance Company. Today we are here to take you on a very special journey, all the way from West Africa to the Americas. That is North America, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. We are going to start off with a dance and drumming from a very special group of people from West Africa. They were called the Jelly. When the French went to Africa, they called them the griots. That's a strange word. It's spelled Griot. So, we are going to do this special dance for you, and then we'll talk some more.
Traditional dance from Africa. The dance we just did was lamba. Can you say lamba? Excellent. Lamba is the dance of the jelly. We're going to step 3 times. Now raise your hand if you can count to 3. Really, you can? Excellent. We're going to step 3 times. Ready, go? 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to bring your feet together. Excellent. And you can try it the other way. 1, 2, 3, and bring your feet together. No problem, right? You got it? Now, if you're not standing up already and you want to just clap your hands 3 times, that's also okay. We can go 1, 2, 3, and then wait, And then again, 1, 2, 3, and then wait, and again. All right, let's see if we can put it together. Clapping our hands and stepping our feet at the same time. Excellent. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think you got it. All right, let's try it with the dance and the music together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if that was too hard, we're gonna step in place. Let's go. Step in place. 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 Now we got our feet going. We're gonna add our arms. Now imagine in your mind the most precious thing that you have. Maybe it's your iPad, maybe it's your house, maybe it's your car, or your keys, or your family, or something as precious as love. We're going to take our hands and stick it in front of us. You're going to have that most precious thing in your hand, and you're going to bring it towards you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Most precious, and you can look at it because it's so precious. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to bend our knees a little bit. Bend your knees. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm smiling at that most precious thing in my hand. And I'm just going to share it with my friends here. Share it with your friends. 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 Excellent. So we're going to go back to the step we did first where we clapped and went 3 times. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, together. Last time. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3. Most precious thing. 1, 2, 3. Share it with your friends. 1, 2, 3. Share it with your friends. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Shh. Now for our last step, I know that many of you guys might like to help out at home. And I like to consider this an excellent way to help out. You could tidy up, pick something up off the floor, right? Maybe you're cleaning your room and you're gonna put it away. No problem. Pick it up, put it away, pick it up, put it away. No problem, right? Pick it up and put it away. Sometimes I like to pick it up and maybe I can't find a spot. I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna pick it up and I can't. Oh, over here, put it away. All right, so you can do it however you like. Pick it up and put it away. Ready, go? Pick it up, put it away. 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 We got it, all right? No problem. So let's go back to the beginning. Step number 1 was to clap our hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Most precious thing, precious thing. Share it with your friends. Precious thing. Share it with your friends. Precious thing. Share it with your friends. Precious. Pick it up and put it away. Here we go. Pick it up, put it away. 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 And take a nice big bow. And another bow, big breath. And wave, wave. Kisses. Thanks, guys.
We will feature some of the traditional dances of West Africa, and then we will show you how that influence spread to other parts of the world. to the Americas. Imagine if there were no grocery stores, no microwaves. Oh, you couldn't even go to the corner store. Well, people grow their own food a long, long time ago. Some people grow their own food now. But a long time ago, after the harvest was taken in, a lot of times people would go and celebrate the end of the harvest.
This dance Kasa tells the story of the harvest. Some of the movements that we do during the dance will show us working in the field. Now imagine some of the things you might do if you were harvesting foods. For example, you might have a tool with a long stick and metal at the end that you would use to strike the ground and pull the soil up. And this is what we use here and here. And we do this dance and we do this movement in our dance. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to move your shoulders and really bring your arms up and down like you're really going to strike the tool against the ground. Bam! And then pull the soil back. Good. Let's try it with the music. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Another movement that we could do is pulling the plow. So we imagine our arms are on the plow. Then the plow is usually connected to a farm animal like an oxen to pull it along. And it has a metal piece in the center between the two poles here. It'll have a metal piece down there to pull the soil up like this. And so we're going to be walking behind the plow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's try with the music. Ready and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. After a long day out in the field, you're going to carry your basket on your head and leave the fields. And it's a very joyous occasion to be ending your day at work. So go ahead and pick up your basket and put it on your head. And we're going to end our day of work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way home. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's try it with the music.
jelly or the griot, they were really important people in West Africa. When the French called them griots, they just meant storytellers. But the griots were way more than storytellers. If you wanted to know who your great great grandmother was, they can tell you. And they didn't have any of this written down. They transferred everything down through the generations. They could tell you about the politics of the country. They were also entertainers. They were attached to the courts of the important chiefs. These griots or the jelly were very, very important. And as entertainment, they would tell you a story sometimes, or they would dance, or they would sing, or they would play their special instruments like the kora, which is a harp, or the balafon, which came just before the xylophone. But they told stories, and sometimes too, the stories had a meaning to it. It had a lesson. So I'll tell you one of those stories right now. Now, many of you have probably heard about Anansi the spider, that sneaky spider. All the stories are written in books now. This story comes from Ghana. You know, it says that Anansi, he didn't like to work. He was always sneaky, always trying to do some tricks. But one day, Lion, who was king of the jungle, says to himself, I think I'm going to have me a party. Yeah, I'll tell everybody it's my birthday, and that way I will get, you guessed it, what do you get for your birthday? You get presents. So Lion sent out invitations, says everybody come to the birthday party. There's going to be food and music and dancing, and don't forget to bring my present. Well, day of the party came, and everybody showed up, and they brought presents to King Lion. And as he got his presents, he said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and then when he got a really big present, he was so happy. He was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, then it was Anansi's turn. Anansi comes up to the king and he says, oh, Lion, everybody knows you're the greatest, the bestest, the strongest king. So I have a special present for you. But it's a magical present, and everybody has to close their eyes and put their hands in front of their face, and then the present will magically appear. So King Lion told everybody, oh, cover up your eyes, cover up your eyes. And then Nancy said, you too, King Lion. So they were all there with their eyes covered. Then Anansi very quietly, he sneaked up to the pile of presents, and he had a big old sack, and he started putting the presents in the sack. And King Lion was, ooh, I'm so excited. What is it? What is it? Is it ready? Is it? And Anansi said, in just a minute, King Lion. And Anansi grabbed another sack and he started putting more presents. No, he couldn't put that big one in there. It was really heavy. So he just left that lying around. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Anansi was doing what's right? No. You know, he was not keeping it real. So maybe you could give Anansi a little bit of advice here. How about that? Repeat after me. Keep it real. Do not steal. Keep it real. It real. Do not steal. Do not steal. One more time. Keep it real. Keep it real. Do not steal. Do not steal. Well, you're just saying that so Nancy's not hearing you. But anyway, he got two big old sacks and he started sneaking out of the palace. Well, King Lion, ooh, he couldn't wait anymore. He moved his hand from his eyes and then he looked around and his presents were gone. And Nancy wasn't there anymore. And King Lion, ooh, he let out an angry roar. And all the animals heard this and they moved their hands and they looked around. And King Lion, he was upset. He was upset. And he was roaring. So all the other animals started roaring with King Lion. Come on, let me hear you roar 3 times. Roar! 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 Yeah. And then somebody says, let's take off after Nancy. And all the animals started running after Nancy. They were running through the forest and Nancy was running and running and running and running. And oh, he was getting tired. And those bags were heavy. Ooh, he was running. And he was looking back and they were almost behind him and he's like and then he looked back one more time and then he started to run, but he didn't see that tree in front of him and he ran into the tree smack. Ooh, he was one hurting spider. And he just lay there on the ground with all the presents spread out around him. That's where all the other animals found him. Do you know what? They wanted to beat him up. But one animal who was using his head, he decided that wasn't going to work. Because fighting is not right. And he figured Nancy had a big headache anyway. So he told the other animals, do what's right. Do not fight. 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 One more time. Do what's right. Do not fight. And they gathered up all the presents and put them in the sack and took him back to King Lion, who was so happy that he let out a big roar. And all the animals were so happy that they roared with him. 1, 2, 3, roar! And Nancy, he got up from the ground and his legs were all bent and he had a headache. Just limped home on his 8 legs. Is that right? How many legs does a spider have? 8. 8 legs. He limped home and he was so hurting and he was so ashamed of what he had done that he went into his house and he crawled up into the rafters. And that's where he lives today. So, let this be a lesson to you. Do what's right. Do not fight. Do what's right. Do not fight. Keep it real. Do not steal. Keep it real. Do not steal.
Hi, my name is Miss Olivia, and I just love to play the drums. Today we have some drums from Africa. These drums are from West Africa, and these big ones here are called doon doon. Can you say doon doon? Great. These big drums are called doon doon for very obvious reasons, because they make a big doon doon sound. These are our bass drums, and on the top of the drum is a nice thick cow skin, and the body of the drum is made with wood, and the two skins on both sides are held together with rings and rope. These bass drums are called the doon doon, and they're from where? West Africa. Another drum that we have from Africa today is this goblet-shaped drum, like this, right? A goblet-shaped drum. And let's hold it up here. This drum is called djembe. That's D-J-E-M-B-E, djembe. Djembe, not da djembe, but djembe, because the D sound is silent. The djembe is played with your hands, and on the top of the djembe is a goat skin. And you can play it with your hands, bass, tone, and slap. Djembe is from West Africa, from the country of Mali in West Africa, so you can look at your map and find the country of Mali. Or the shaker, and it's made on a gourd. So this part here is a gourd vegetable that grows on a vine like a pumpkin, and on the outside is a nylon string holding together beads and tied with knots. So now we're going to play a rhythm together. On your desk or on your table or on your laps, you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to clap. And if we're playing on our desk or our table, that's going to be our bass. Right, so imagine in front of you, you have a drum. Maybe on your lap, but you can imagine in front of you have a drum. And your drum is like a pizza. And the inside of the pizza has cheese and toppings, and the outside of the pizza has a pizza crust. So the inside of the pizza, we like to call this the base, right? Everyone play the bass? The big inside of the pizza, and you bounce your hand like a basketball if you have some drums in front of you. Maybe you have some drums in your classroom, or maybe you're playing on the desk or the table. No, try both hands. No problem. Now, hold your hands up. You're going to play on this squishy part of your hand, this part here, the very top there. That padded part right there, right on the pizza crust of your drum, right there. We're going to try it 2 times in a row. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. Well, wasn't that perfect? That was perfect. That was excellent. So let's go over and over again, and we're going to play some music. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you're using your lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you're using your table or your desk. Maybe you have some drums in your classroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bass.
different kinds of drums are used in West African music, but there are other instruments as well. And remember, I told you the jelly or the griots would use other instruments like the balafon and the kora. Well, take a look at this balafon, and that's what it looks like, just almost like a xylophone. And there is the kora, which has 21 strings. Now, people have to train very hard and for a long time to play these instruments well. Now, here's another instrument. It looks a little bit strange. What does that look like to you? Yeah, looks like a log. And that's exactly what it is. It's a hollowed out log with slits on the sides, and you play it with 2 sticks. It's called a krin. So these are just some of the other instruments used in the music in West Africa. Of course, there are lots and lots more, but we can't tell you about all of them right now. Probably noticed that dance was a little bit different. Well, it actually is not from West Africa. It's from a different region. It's from the Congo region, which is more in Central Africa. But we wanted to show you a little bit of the differences in regions and areas in West Africa. Now for a little history lesson. About 400 years ago, Africans were forcibly kidnapped from Africa and brought to the Americas. They were brought here as slaves. It means that they belonged to a person and they had to work and they didn't get paid. They were not free to do as they wanted, and that was really rough. But they didn't get to bring their drums and their stuff with them. because they were kidnapped. So they had to leave everything behind. But one of the things that came with them was knowledge. Knowledge of all the music and the dance and the customs, the things they were used to. So it is really important. Knowledge is power. And that's why you're in school, to learn stuff, to get knowledge. And where do you store that knowledge? Yes, you store it in your brains. So do as much as you can to get that knowledge that the teachers are passing on to you. Well, the Africans, the slaves, didn't have any of their stuff, any of their musical instruments, so they were creative. They started making drums out of different materials, anything they could find. The ones who worked on the docks took the broken barrels and tied them together. They didn't have any calf skin, any cow skin, so they put buffalo hides and they made a new drum. They took pieces of wood and nailed them together like a box and played those. So here is one drum that probably all of you have seen before. What is it called? Somebody ought to know. Yeah, it's called a conga. It's played all over the world today. And this other one here, no, it is not a nightstand. Yes, it's a square box. It's do you know any Spanish? What is the Spanish word for box? Caja. Well, that square box is called a cajon. And people made music with these new instruments. So repeat after me. Knowledge is power. 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 So remember that. So here in the Americas, or the New World, these slaves took what they knew, their dances, their songs, their music, and combined it with the European dances and songs and music. And there was a mixing of these cultures, and they came up with new dances.
Belly drummer roll! Belly drummer roll! Come on, people, let us celebrate. Let us dance to the belly drum. Come on, people, let us celebrate. Let us dance to the belly drum. Ay, 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 Lauren Rivera. Ay, ay, ay,
with something special. We are going to end with a song and dance from Brazil. Now, Brazil is a country in South America. It's a country that has the largest population of people of African descent outside of Africa. And you have probably heard of this song and dance. The dance is called samba. And samba is danced not only at carnival times, the big celebrations, but all the time. So this is one of those instances where Europe and Africa get together and created a whole new musical and dance tradition. Samba.
Hi everybody! So this rhythm right here is called samba, and samba is an Afro-Brazilian rhythm. So if everybody can stand up, or if you can sit down and move your arms, it's all great. We're gonna count to 4. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn, turn, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Side, 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 side. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Move those shoulders. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Our last move, 5. Alrighty, our last move is gonna be a heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Turn heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. A little faster. In arms.
You might notice that the costume's a little bit different, but again, that shows the influence of Europe and Africa, because these costumes are based on the traditional clothing that was worn 400 years ago when the Africans were brought to the Americas. So, just to recap our journey today from Africa, we started off in Africa. We told you about the most important people, the griots, the jelly, the people who know all the history, the ones who were the entertainers. We talked about harvesting and celebration, and you did that dance. And we took you to the Congo region. And then we came to the Americas, and we showed how all the cultures came together and what the result was. And of course, we ended with that party time, samba. So this has been a great journey for us, and we hope it was a good journey for you. But the important thing to remember in all of this, though, is that music and dance is for everyone. We all need to experience this. So what you've seen and heard today, you can take that and you can mix it up, and you can sing and dance, and you can do anything you want with it, as long as you do the right thing. You don't hurt anybody, you don't steal, so have a great time.
All right, everyone. Now we're going to sing a song, call and response. I'm going to call, and you're going to respond. Olele,